previous video was not uploaded now.
Not previous. Previous to previous, I had explained atomic structure. Then once again, I explained the atomic structure in the previous class. Okay. Okay, fine. So if you have not till now not gone through that video, please go through that video. It is previous to previous video and written also. The topic is written atom structure. Okay, the topic is written on that. So you can go through that video and then if you don't understand, then we can start with it. Okay. Safia, am I the host? You can make me the host. And then I'll start sharing the screen. Can you see the anagrams on electricity? Everyone, is it visible? Now what you have to do, the hints are there on the screen only. You have to find out from the hints only what are these things. Okay?
Hydropower.
Okay, yes, correct. First one is hydropower. Then next one.
Statistic.
Not statistic. In electricity, what part we studied in the first thing?
Static electricity.
So it is static. Okay, it is not statistic, it is static. Second one is static. Next.
Nucleus.
Nucleus.
Yes. Second one is nucleus. Fourth one is
Neutron.
where is the nucleus in this? What is this? Can you
Neutrons.
understand? What is this?
Ma'am, the neutron and the proton are nucleus. No.
Together. This whole together. Yes.
Between electron and proton.
Everything is there, but hold together. What is it?
Atom.
Okay, this is an atom, and this structure I have been telling you to study. At the center you have nucleus, which contains neutral neutron and positively charged proton, and outside you have electrons which are revolving in orbits. These are negatively charged. Okay, so this is the structure of atom. Okay, so fourth one is neutrons. Yes. What is the fifth one?
Solar.
Solar.
Solar. Where is it? Where is solar over here?
And that's in the solar panels.
Yes, these are the solar cells. So this is solar energy we are using. What is the next one?
I'm thermal.
Correct.
Take a screenshot.
Okay, RAMHETL. So this is thermal. Now what is this?
Proton.
Protons. What charge is there on protons?
Positive.
Correct. P for proton, P for positive charge. Next one, eighth one.
Electron. Electrons.
Charge on electron. Kumera. What is the charge on electron?
Negative.
Negative. Yes, negative. What is the negative?
Negatively charged.
Negative. Yes. Ninth one.
Terminal.
No.
So,
Many atoms together form what?
Metal.
No. In chemistry, what do we say? There is one term mixture, there is one term compound, and what is the simplest term? No?
Mantle.
No. This is element.
Elements.
Yeah. What is the last one?
Atom.
Atom.
Atom. So this is the structure of atom. You can see the pictures over here. This is hydroelectric power. Water from the reservoir falls on this turbine. This rotates and generates electricity. Okay. and this electricity through the electrical system, through the cables, reaches to our house. And this is thermal power plant. Same thing takes place, but here instead of water, you have steam produced from the boiler, and it rotates the turbine, and again this electricity is produced, which through the cables reaches to the cities and homes. Okay, so this is thermal and hydroelectric power.
Ma'am, thermal is air, like air conductor
Thermal
produce.
means heat. Okay, so our main purpose is to turn this turbine. So when water is used to turn the turbine, it is hydroelectric power. And when steam is used, so steam, how is steam produced? You know what is steam? No? Steam is
Yes.
produced when water is heated. And water is heated in these boilers. You can see water gets heated. And how, from where this heat is obtained? You know from where this heat is obtained? This is obtained from coal. Okay, so coal is used to produce heat, and then water gets heated, and the steam from water comes to here on turbine. See, boiler is there. On the turbine rotates and electricity is generated, and from here it reaches city. So when heat is used, it is called thermal power plant, and when water is used, it is called as hydropower plant. Okay. Okay, now can you tell me, because we have already done conductors and insulators. Okay, Saklain, you tell. Metals are able to conduct because these reasons are given. Which reason you'll write over here?
They have lots of free electrons.
Yes, they have lots of free electrons. This reason you have to remember, even if you don't remember the structure of atom. You need-
Can I say the second one?
yeah, tell Safia. Insulators are not able.
Insulators are not able to conduct because they do not have any free electron.
Correct. And ionic compounds conduct. Ionic compounds means like sodium chloride, all acids, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid. They are ionic compounds. Now, why they can conduct in solution? Because NaCl is ionic compound. Why they can conduct in solution?
Their ions are free to move.
Ions are free to move. Now, you know what are ions? Ions are positively charged or negatively charged particles. Okay, so they move. So that is why they are good conductors, ionic compounds in solution.
Where does
Now, where does electricity come from? We have discussed this in first class also. Electricity, two types: power stations, which come to our house, okay, which is very high voltage, and which are used in our house in many electrical appliances. And then electrical cells, which we used in our experiment with in our electricity activity. These cells are used in many places. Okay. Okay. Electric cells supply a little electricity. These are portable, easy to use, and safe. Whereas power stations, they supply a lot of electricity used in many electrical appliances, and
get dangerous?
cautions, they are fatal also. Okay. Now, can you tell me, give me the example of this type of electricity, means which comes to our house. What are the devices which use this type of electricity?
Laptop.
Laptop,
Switches.
switches you have. Laptop for
Jar.
When we keep the laptop on for so long,
for this type, they have batteries and cells. Okay, for charging you need this type of
yeah, that one.
Fridge,
fridge. Yes, then
TV,
Hair dryer.
TV.
Washing machine.
What else?
tube light, ma'am, tube light,
Tube light. Yes.
Computer.
fan,
Computer. Yes. PowerPoint for computer. Then fan. Okay. Farhana, Amina, give me the answer.
AC.
AC. Correct. Umaira,
Air conditioner.
AC or conditioner, same. Amina, Ahmad, why your cameras are off today?
Ma'am, buildings.
Hair dryer.
No, why buildings? Buildings you cannot say. Building, so power supply comes to your building.
Ma'am, lift.
Lift also electricity, yes. The things in your house. Just give me the example of things in your house where you use this, the supply coming from the power stations. So mains electricity. Where do we use mainly?
Microwave.
Microwave, correct?
Toaster.
Toaster, electric iron, and
Washing machine.
washing machine.
Ma'am, geyser.
Geyser, yes. So
TV. Television.
television, yes. So you can think of any device. Everything uses this type of electricity which comes to our house. So that is, so it is so important. Now, can you give me the example of this type electric
Ma'am, clock. Clock.
clock,
Laptop.
Phones.
mobile,
Mobile.
File.
Laptop.
Arch.
torch, yes,
Laptop.
correct, laptop. Then
Ma'am, in which experiment we are using?
Ma'am, fan.
you can say in
Ma'am,
lab,
fan. Fan.
which fan? Battery fan.
Yeah.
That fan doesn't use that.
Circuits.
The circuits, that will come in labs only.
Ma'am, normal fans, I mean.
Ma'am,
I
tab.
don't have battery.
Battery
Laptop.
fans are there, so you will say battery fan.
No, the normal one.
Normal fan.
Remote control.
Normal fan, when you switch on, then only the fan moves, no?
Yes.
So you are using the first type of electricity. Okay, whichever works with the switch, that is first type of electricity. Like mobile you have, clock you told, wall clock. What else?
Ma'am, I have a
Laptop.
question, ma'am.
Ma'am, laptop.
Yeah, laptop is fine. Yes, Mune, what is your question?
Ma'am, in battery there is something black material. So ma'am,
Remote.
where does that come from?
See, in the cell you are talking about, the cell, small cells which we use, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, carbon is there. When we study about battery, how battery is made, battery has got positive and negative terminal, and inside you have a solution, okay, a paste. It consists of carbon material. So that is why black thing comes out. The detailed part also is there in your syllabus, not this year, but when it is there, you have to understand the types of battery cells. Battery is basically, what did I tell you? Battery is when number of cells are joined together, that is called battery, okay? Cell is this single cell is there, it is called as cell. When these four cells join together, connected together, it will make a battery, okay? So battery is when number of cells are joined together. And the black material inside is carbon, because you have this protruding part. I told you it is a positive terminal and the back side is negative terminal, and inside it you have electrodes, the bottom, and this thing you will need to study in detail. You have cell and a solution. Inside it you have carbon and one more chemical substance is there, and that makes the, like I told you, now positive ions and negative ions will be formed, and this way concentration of positive charges will be more at the positive terminal and concentration of negative charges will be more at the negative terminal. So that is why you have one end at positive, one end at negative. And because you know how water flows from height, if I have one container at the top and one at the bottom, and I have a pipe connecting it, this container is full, what will happen? Water will flow from here to here. If this container has got less water and this container has more water, and if I join the container, what will happen? Water will start flowing from greater height to a lower height because it has got lesser amount of water also, and height difference is there. Okay, same way, if you have two objects, one is very hot and another object is colder, means as compared to the other object. When you join together both the containers, what will happen? Or when you mix cold water and hot water, what happens? The temperature balance itself, the hot and cold, when you mix, they will attain a common temperature. That means heat will flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. Do you understand that? Heat always flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. Water flows from greater height to lower height, and current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Okay, so this is the same analogy as we have in thermal physics also. And
It never goes the opposite from negative to positive.
see, water will not rise up, right? Water cannot rise up without a motor or something. It will not rise up to a height. Same way, heat also will not flow from colder object to hotter object, right? Heat will not flow from, suppose I have ice and I have hot water. Heat will not be given out from ice. Ice will take heat from hot water if you mix it together. Is it clear? And ice will melt after some time. So what is happening actually? Heat transfer is taking place from higher temperature to lower temperature. Same way, current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal.
No, but water goes from up to down in waterfall.
So that is your natural thing, but it will not go from down to up. That is what I'm saying. Water will not go from down to up.
In rivers?
In rivers also, it doesn't go upwards. It flows downwards only. Okay. So that is a natural tendency. Same way, current will flow from positive terminal to negative terminal. Always
You can change it.
an electron will flow in the reverse direction. So these were the examples. Main electricity generated by power station delivered to homes. You can see this is your thermal power station. Boilers are there. And it comes to our house and get connected through main sockets. So whatever appliance you have to connect, you just put the plug point. Whatever name you have taken, fridge, TV, everything has got a plug point, and you plug it inside and switch on, and your device works. Okay, supplies a lot of electricity and it gives electrical shock also. These are the examples you can see which use the mains electricity. You can see this. Everything needs hair dryer, toaster, TV, computer, everything, washing machine, all these appliances in our house use, yes, all these appliances use the mains electricity. Now, electrical cells, these are the types of cells you can see in mobile, in watch. Watch, nobody told me. The wristwatch also has got cell. Okay. So these type of various cells are.
Ma'am, I said clock.
Clock is different and wristwatch is different.
Yeah, I know.
Can be table clock, wall clock, and wristwatch is in your wrist. Okay. Used in many portable electrical devices and supplies very small amount of current. So it is safe to touch. So that is why we can do experiment with this. You can see these are the devices, the toys. They also use cells, mobile, then this toy watch, remote also uses the cell, wall clock, torch. Okay. So these are the examples of this thing. Now see what happens. Actually, electrical circuit, now we have already done electrical circuit, but that we did in practical. So electrical circuit, all of you know, is a path, okay, which provides electrons to flow in the circuit. Okay. Now electrical circuit acts like a central heating system. You know, in central heating system, you have a boiler and a pump which heats water, and water is pushed. Water is pushed by from high pressure. It is at high pressure. From high pressure to low pressure, it goes. So when you keep water at height and water at lower place also, water is at high pressure when it is at greater height. So that is why water moves from high pressure to low pressure in the pipes, through the pipes. And these pipes, the water flowing through these pipes are called as water current also. We say water current. So same thing happens in case of electrical circuit also. Only thing is, यहाँ पे low pressure and high pressure की जगह पे यहाँ पे you will have a cell which has got high positive potential is high pressure, and negative potential means negative terminal of battery is low pressure of positive charges. So you can say that as water flows, same way current flows in the circuit. You see here, plus is here, minus is here, and this is the depiction of cell in the circuit. Okay, so current will flow from plus, this is a lamp, goes through wires, comes back here. So now this circuit is complete and this lamp glows. So this bulb will glow when this is positive terminal. So current will flow from positive terminal to negative terminal. So this will be the direction of flow, and this direction of flow of current, this is the direction of flow. This current is called as conventional current. Okay. And this is called as voltage. Voltage is supplied by the battery, because of which this glows. What is it? This is bulb. Okay, so this we did in our activity. Same thing is drawn in the form of circuit. When we draw in circuit, we don't draw bulb, we don't draw cell, we draw it in the short form because it is easier to understand. Okay, whenever we are drawing it in our notebook, we'll not draw a bulb over here, we'll not draw a cell over here, we'll draw it like this. So this is called as circuit diagram, and this is an electrical circuit. Now what is an electrical circuit? Already know, it is a closed loop through which charges continuously move, and you need to have a complete circuit so that from positive to negative for the appliance to work. If it is a bulb, it will glow only when the circuit is complete. So you can see this is a cell, one cell, positive terminal, negative terminal. From positive, one connection goes to bulb, and from negative, another connection goes to bulb. And what do you have? From plus, you will have current flowing through the bulb like this, and your bulb glows. If this circuit is complete, your bulb will glow. If any loose connection is there, this will not glow. So basically, this circuit we did in the first activity when we did. So always remember, the important point to note is that from the positive terminal of the battery, current flows in the external circuit. But when somebody asks you what is the direction of electron flow, you will say it is opposite. So electron will flow from the negative terminal of the battery and comes back to the positive terminal. Okay, because here you have excess of electron, and current flows from positive terminal of the battery and comes back to the negative terminal. Is it clear? The two sentences, always remember, this is very important, and it is the basic of current electricity, that current flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal of the battery in the external circuit. You have to say in the external circuit. And electrons flow in the reverse direction from the negative terminal. You can see the negative flowing. This is depicting the flow of electron. It will flow from the negative terminal of the battery and comes back to the positive terminal in the external circuit. Okay, you can see the same diagram. This is the direction of current flow, and this is the direction of electron flow. Just you have to remember, opposite direction should be there. You can see electrons over here. So direction of electron flow is like this. So direction of current will be like this. Okay, you can say conventional current or current. Even if you say current, it is fine. And you know how it is depicted. Current in physics, current is written as, in short, it is written as I. Okay, and name the device which measures current. We did in the previous class. What is a device which measures?
Ammeter.
This ammeter. And the unit in which current is measured, unit of current. Unit in which current is measured is, what is the unit? Anybody remembers?
Ampere.
Yes, it is ampere. When you write in short, you will write with capital A. Otherwise, we write it as AMP. AMP also you can write, or A. Okay, so these are the main important facts about current that you should remember. So parts of a circuit we already studied. Energy source which pushes the electron and because of which current flows. So energy source can be, we have read about battery and electric generator, that is power stations. Okay, photocell and thermocouple is not required, but these are also the energy source. Okay, photocell means due to light the cell acts. Load means whatever appliance you are putting in the circuit. It can be light bulb, it can be any appliance, TV, motor, whatever you put in the circuit, for which you require this battery. Okay, and the third part is connecting wire. And you know the connecting wires are made up of copper. Okay, Munib, can you tell me why connecting wires are made up of copper?
Because copper is cheap and it is a very good conductor of electricity.
Correct, because first point should be copper is very good conductor of electricity and it is cheap also.
And we can use mercury also, right?
Why don't we use iron? Because iron rust also. So that is a negative point in iron. So that is why we don't use it. And it is heavier also. We don't need heavy things for connections. Okay. What other metals do we use for connecting wires?
Mercury.
Mercury. No, mercury is a good conductor, but it is a liquid.
Aluminium.
Aluminium, ma'am.
Yes, aluminiums are used.
And only the people who are rich, they use gold and silver, right?
Golden what?
Only the people who are rich use gold and silver.
Gold and silver, but still manufacture of gold and silver is not happening.
No, the people who are the most rich people, like they would use
They have to
gold.
manufacture their own wires. Why do they need that? That is a wastage of money. When you have a cheaper thing, why do we need that? See, sometimes in some devices you have silver parts of appliances also, because silver is very good conductor of electricity. So where a small thing is required in a device, there they use silver also. Okay, so electrical components, connecting wire, bulb, switch, and electric cell you need. So we already did this. This is the circuit we did in the last class. We just didn't use this switch. So this circuit, we don't draw it like this. Okay, why? Because it is very difficult to draw. Here it is a simple circuit, but normally the circuit is very complicated and too many things are there in the circuit. So we need a circuit diagram. Okay, circuit diagram is representation. This is a circuit diagram you can see over here. It is representation of all the components of the circuit in short form. So everything, and with standard symbols. You already know this. What is it? You already
Ampere.
no. This is ampere, but this symbol you know now.
Bulb.
You asked me a question also on this. What is it?
Bulb.
Puneet, Saklain. What is it? Circle A. You asked me this question on Teachers' Day. You remember that?
Ammeter.
Yes, it is an ammeter. An ammeter measures current. So one ammeter is there in the circuit. This is called as resistance. It can be anything. Its unit is ohm. And this is battery. Why battery? Because so many cells are connected together. So,
It has lots of volts.
so that is why, yes. So many
Wires.
cells are together. And these are wires.
Ma'am,
Lines. Yeah.
ma'am,
Yes.
what is this OHMS?
Which one?
The R is equal to 3.
This is ohms. This is unit of resistance. Okay, resistance is basically behaves in the same way as friction behaves. You know, friction behaves in motion. What is friction? You know what is friction?
Force. Force.
Force, correct. But what type of force? It opposes motion, right? You
That
say friction is there because it is
spin.
motion. On the rough surface, friction is more. On smooth surface, friction is less. Okay, so resistance is something which opposes current. Okay, so where current is flowing through like this and resistance is there, it opposes current.
But instead of ohms, we can write resistance.
This for you because you don't know what is it, but still ohms is written. You should know that it is a unit of resistance. Like amperes is unit of current and volt is unit of voltage. And resistance unit is ohms. Okay, ohm is also name of scientist. You will be studying Ohm's law, which is a very important law of electricity, but not this year, maybe this next year. But now we are just doing the basics. So resistance, maybe I'll introduce you with resistance towards the end of this chapter. It is not there in your book, but you should know about it. So I'll introduce this to you. Okay. And this is voltage. So this is a simple circuit. Like if you put a bulb over here, okay, so that has also got resistance. Any device will have resistance. Okay, so this is a simple circuit which connects a battery and a resistance through ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, ammeter is measuring current and voltmeter is measuring the voltage. What voltage is there in this battery? And you know, battery is the energy source which pushes the charges or electrons through the circuit. Because of this, if this is not there, and even if you complete the circuit and this battery is not there, will this bulb glow? If a bulb is here and you don't put a cell or battery in the circuit, will the bulb glow?
No, ma'am.
No, because there is no source of energy being provided to the bulb. So this is now electrical circuit is very important, and because it is a short form of the, you know, the planning, the interior decorators also, they draw diagram in short and designs done in short form. Same way, electrical complex circuit are represented in the form of circuit diagram. So for that, you need to remember the short forms of all the things. Now you see, this shows open switch when the switch is off. Okay, so this diagram is there, it is open switch. These two are connected, it is closed switch, switch is on. This is your lamp or bulb. In a circle, you put a cross. So this is lamp, this is a cell, and this is a battery. Okay, when 2 or 3 cells connected together, so this is a battery. Always remember, cell and battery are different. Okay, this is a voltmeter V, which measures the voltage of the cell. This is a resistor. Like this also you can draw, or the like this in the previous circuit which was shown, that way also you can draw. This is a fuse. About fuse I'll tell you, but this is also an important device which is connected in with all the appliances. This is a safety device to protect the appliance, and how it protects will tell you later on. This is an ammeter which measures current. This is a variable resistor. Variable means this is a fixed resistor value, like 1 ohm is fixed. Variable means you can vary the resistance. So it is called as, when you put an arrow, it is variable resistor. This is called as thermistor, means through heat, this behaves like a resistor. And this is LDR, light dependent resistor. Okay, so these three are a little higher level, just given to you. If somewhere you see this, you should know that these, now we are not using it, but you should know that these depicts this thing if it is there in the circuit. So this is your actual connection that we do, but in the notebook, we are not going to draw this. We'll not draw a bulb, a battery and a switch. We'll draw this, a circuit diagram. Plus of battery is a bigger line and minus will be a smaller line. This is a battery because 2 cells are connected, and the wires are shown by a line. What is this? You can see this is lamp. So this bulb is shown over here. Okay, so this is your circuit diagram, and this is your on switch. You can see these 2 circles and joined together. So this is your closed switch. When this is upwards, this will be open switch. When this gap will be there, this will be open switch. Is it clear, the circle component, the circuit components clear to you, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Amina, is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just you have to remember, and these are just simple short forms that you can easily remember also and draw the circuit. Another way you can see this circuit, this cell is drawn like this. Bulb can be drawn like this also, or put across also. This is open switch. You see open switch. Close switch, press it, it will be a closed switch. This is your battery. So battery is drawn like this. Connecting wire is drawn like straight lines. Okay. Now you see this complex circuit is there. So why we need a circuit diagram? You can see these are just small components. This is a capacitor. This is a small capacitor. This is a fan, you can see. And so many things, means you cannot count also, so many circuit components are there. We just use 2 components, cell and bulb. But here you can see so many components are there, and it is very difficult to draw. So we draw the circuit diagram, that how they are connected. And when the diagram is there, you can connect the circuit easily. Okay. You can see the wire, the number of copper wires are twisted together. Okay. Circuit for a wire, circuit symbol for wire is like this. But suppose 2 wire cross at a certain point like this, then it is drawn like this. But from a point when 2 wires are joined, then it is drawn like this. From this point, this wire is going there, this wire is going here and here, then it is drawn like this in circuit diagram. But when 2 wires overlap like this, it is drawn like a plus symbol. Okay, is it clear? These are the techniques to draw circuit diagram. Now you already know why insulator covering is there for connecting wires. Who will tell me? Mudabbir? Why insulator covering is there on the wire?
Because if insulation is not there, so when you touch it, you can get a current.
Will get a shock. You
Yeah.
will get an electrical shock. So that is why this is covered. The copper wire is covered by insulating material so that you don't get a shock. You can see over here, this is cell, this is battery, and cell and battery are two different things that you should know, not confuse. Now this is a complete circuit. We did this in the last activity, closed circuit. Just a revision. We are doing plus and minus of the battery goes to the bulb and bulb glows. So this is a complete path. Incomplete path is this break point is there. So this bulb does not glow, and this is called as open circuit. So these things you have to remember. This is closed and open circuit. You can see.
Ma'am, in closed circuit, the current will flow, and in open circuit, the current doesn't flow, right?
Because it doesn't have a closed
Connection.
flow. Okay. So that is why it is the path of current is not complete. So it is called as open circuit. In the form of circuit diagram, see how it is drawn. Open switch. This is also one way to draw the switch. Switch is off. Here switch is on. Okay. So close switch and open switch. Switch is off, bulb doesn't glow. Switch is on, bulb glows. So this is closed and open circuit. Another way, see, open circuit, bulb doesn't glow, and this is closed circuit, bulb will glow on. No.
Ma'am, why do we put a plus over there?
Plus this shows it is a positive terminal, and negative is this smaller line is negative terminal.
If we only put 2 lines, that's fine.
No, mention plus and minus. 2 line, if you are putting, one should be longer and smaller line, like that. Your 2 lines should not be equal, because if the lines become equal, it becomes a condenser. Okay, it becomes a capacitor. So that is why cell and capacitor are two different things. Cell may you have one bigger line for positive terminal and one smaller line for negative terminal. Okay, even if you don't mention, that is understood. But if you mention, it is clear that you know it. See, the top one, bulb does not glow. Why it does not glow? You can see the reason why it does not glow. The circuit is incomplete in this case, right? Here what happens? Goes from positive, comes back to positive. So this is again wrong. Okay. What is a mistake here?
Ma'am, it is only negative. It's not going to positive.
Path is not complete. What is a mistake over here?
Ma'am, both are in positive.
Both are in positive, so it will not glow. What is a mistake over here?
Ma'am, it goes from positive, but
Bulb is not there in between.
yes, ma'am.
The bulb, it just connects the positive and negative terminal of battery. Okay. So bulb will not glow because it has to go through the bulb. Fine, the connection should be there from the bulb. And the next one you can see all are connected negative, and one connected to bulb and the bulb connected to positive. So the circuit is complete. Here also one connected to bulb and then bulb connected to the negative. Here also you can see bulb connected to negative and the other terminal of bulb connected to the positive. And here you can see one terminal negative and the other terminal of bulb connected to positive. So in all these cases, bulb will glow. Okay, this we are going to do in the next class. So just everyone draw this circuit, because we'll be needing this in the next class. Okay, next circuit diagram, we are drawing this circuit only.
Switch also?
You don't need switch. We'll just do direct connection. So just draw these when two bulbs will be connected together to the battery and like this. And when two bulbs are connected like this. So these two circuits we have to do. So if you have time, just draw this circuit, because if it is there, then you will be able to connect it. Whenever a figure is there, don't draw it here. This we did in the last class.
Ma'am,
Yes, Farhana.
can we draw this in a circuit diagram here?
You can draw in the form of circuit diagram. This I have shown you in an easy way. If you are drawing in the form of circuit diagram, what you will draw? Circle, cross, and plus and minus, like this. Is it clear? How will we draw?
Yes, ma'am.
Show you how to draw. Everyone draw the circuit diagram and show me right now. Draw the circuit diagram for this.
In a notebook
Yes.
or annotation.
No, in the notebook. Because you need it in the next class. So that is why I'm telling you. And this connection is called as see, I have given you this series connection. I have drawn series connection. Now draw parallel connection. Direction of current will be like this.
And why are we drawing two bulbs?
I'll give the explanation part with the result in the next class. Okay, why we are using two bulbs. That I'll explain you in the next class. When we do this activity, you will understand why we are doing it. Anyone has drawn parallel? Just ignore my dirty diagrams because this annotation part is very difficult to do on screen. This will be my, yes, correct. Yellow diagram who has done, you have to join the path, otherwise the circuit will be incomplete. So there should be no gaps. This is the parallel circuit and this is the series circuit. So this circuit we are going to do in the next class. So that is why you require
And
two
which
bulbs.
one is the parallel?
This one is parallel, this one. One bulb at the top means the junction point is same for both the bulbs. And here they are connected in a line. Okay. Done. Everyone has drawn in the notebook. So we'll be doing and keep it ready. Keep it ready, the diagram, so that we'll do it. Seeing the diagram only will have the connections. Okay. If we are able to do, that is fine. Amina, you are bringing the materials. Farhana, are you going to do the circuit experiment in the next class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So those who are ready with the circuit experiment, just stripe off the wires and be ready, or we'll do in the class also. Okay. Fine. So should I stop sharing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just revise. And
I'm
then
going to both the parallel also and the series one also.
series and parallel both you draw. Okay. Yes. Yes, Humaira, you have drawn the bulb, but you have to draw the circuit diagram. Circuit means you have to, instead of bulb, you will draw circle and cross. Is it clear, Humaira? I can see. Just draw the circuit diagram. Okay, after it. Because we, in notebook, we never draw bulbs and everything. We'll be drawing now circuit diagram only. Okay? Okay, see you in the next class, maths class now. Bye.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Bye.